Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Gracie Davis.
And I'm Ben Dickerson.
And welcome to your BNN News Show.
This week, we'll be showing you more on
girls basketball,
American Pie auditions,
men's volleyball,
photojournalism stop-motion project,
American math competition, and PE individual. The girls basketball team had their final game of the season last night against Roncalli High School. The team describes how they can use this game to help them prepare for sectionals.
The girls varsity basketball season is winding down. With only the rest of the season's championship games, BNN caught up with Pat Mackey, the head coach of the basketball team, to see how their season went and how they're preparing for their upcoming competitions.
Well, sectionals will be very competitive. I mean, Columbus East is certainly favored to beat Shelbyville in the first round, and more than likely we'll play Columbus East, but they're a high-quality team, and we'll have to play well to prevail. We always play one game at a time, and that won't ever change. And right now we're worried about tonight's game against Roncalli, our last regular season game, and when that one's over, we'll start looking at playing the sectional game, which in this case I think we can fairly assume it will be Columbus East.
The next upcoming game is sectionals on February 2nd at East High School. Go cheer our Lady Bulldogs on. This is Seth Noonan reporting for BNN.
American Pie auditions are coming up. Participants talked about how they're preparing.
American Pie, the Magical Mystery Tour, has auditions starting next week on Monday, January 29th. To learn more about auditions in the show, BNN talked to Mr. Maihei to learn more.
Well, I've been involved with it this is like the 27th year I've done it. I'm a musician. My other job besides being a teacher is I'm a musician. And I love to be involved in musical projects, and we have a wonderful program here that people have been involved with since before I even did the program. The theme is, it really goes back to what it started out as, a celebration of music and history from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, but the actual name is Changes. There are so many things, it's hard to say any one thing. The sense of accomplishment that we see students realize at the end of the show when they've done these wonderful things. The camaraderie, the core band that I've worked together for many years, every time we get together, it's a celebration for us just to be together. To be a part of something that's a part of the school and a part of the community, our music department in this school is, one of the best, absolute best in the state. And we also encourage people who are not in the music programs, and that way we get that mix and of participation.
This is Hallie Schwarzkopf reporting for BNN.
The men's volleyball season is getting ready to begin. One of the players gives their thoughts on the teams and its preparations.
BNN sat down with senior Finn Anderson to talk about men's volleyball.
There's this league called the Indiana Coaches Volleyball Association, and they organize all the teams, and we have about 25 teams that we play every year, ranging from Cathedral to private school. It is a club sport. It's through Columbus North, and you letter in Columbus North's sports. We practice 4 times a week, Monday through Thursdays. We're going to try and improve from last year. Last year was one of our better years. We had a pretty deep team with 3 seniors starting that left, and we ranked 16th in the state, which is the best ranking we've had in a couple of years. And this year we're hoping to get at least top 8 so we can make it further into the tournament and we have a better seed in the postseason.
If you're interested in joining men's volleyball, contact one of the players or show up to one of the practices. This is Brendan Agnew, reporting for BNN.
The photojournalism class is creating a stop-motion project based on photographs they have taken. The students delve deeper into the project and what they're hoping to gain from it.
So I'm Samia Paliwa and I'm a freshman here at North, and we're doing a stop motion project right now, and a stop motion is pretty much when you take a bunch of pictures and you put them together to make a video. And we're doing a food video, so we're taking Legos and we're making them into food and made that into a stop motion. We need to have a couple of hundred, and we have 800 something, so we have a lot. It took at least 4 hours, maybe even longer, so it took a really long time. Definitely taking the pictures and staying still for that long and constantly moving, so yeah. Editing and adding the music and seeing the final outcome. Well, we were watching YouTube videos and we came across one like ours, but it was with pizza instead, so we decided to make this one, but out of Legos. Well, I was a bit nervous because I knew it would take a really long time, especially taking pictures, but then I realized it didn't take as long as I expected it to be, but it was still fun, so yeah. Adding the sound effects and matching it up perfectly to the right picture, that sounds sort of hard. To make it look as professional as possible and see where we go with it.
The American Math Competition, or AMC, is quickly approaching. This is the first step in the process in determining the United States International Mathematical Olympiad team. A teacher and a student describe how they are preparing for the event.
The AMC, or American Math Competition, will begin on February 7th, and students in honors level classes are allowed to participate, as explained by Mr. Branham.
It's a lot of fun to do challenging math questions. And if a student signed up and happened to do really, really well, they could be invited to a national competition where they could receive some recognition and possibly even a scholarship. Well, it's definitely going to affect their future a little bit, because by working on challenging problems, it's going to cause their brain to grow and make them build their persistence, which is a skill that's valuable in any aspect of their life. You can expect a student that signs up for the AMC should expect to see questions that are different from what they see in a typical day in the classroom, questions that when they first read it they probably don't know immediately how to do it, and they've got to come up with a creative solution to figure it out.
Vivek Hebar is preparing for his third year participating in the AMC. BNN spoke with him about his experience.
I took Calc BC 2 years ago, and then last year I took multivariable calculus. In 7th grade I was in Algebra 1 with a full class of other students, and then between 7th and 8th I skipped 3 math classes. I think it's really good for all students to participate in it. It's really a lot of fun, and it has a wide variety of problems, so it starts out pretty easy so that most students could at least get some questions right on it, and then it gets harder to challenge. I would say that my favorite part is seeing the problems at the end of the AMC, because oftentimes they look impossible while we're taking it, but then once you see the solution, it's so brilliant and it's very satisfying.
The AMC has a total cost of $3 and registration is still open. In order to register, bring your money to your math teacher as soon as possible and they will help get you signed up. This is Tyler Short reporting for BNN.
The PE individual class is starting to learn about their next sport, pickleball. One of the students explains their expectations for the new sport.
Pickleball is being played during PE individual this week. We spoke to Miss Riga for more about it.
Oh my gosh, we've done it here at North for probably 15 years. Well, because it can be an aerobic sport. If you get good at it, you're going to be playing constantly. So it can help you with agility. It can help you with your fitness level. So it's good for you. It has some complicated rules, but once you learn it, it's a real fun, fast-paced game. It's easy to play. Serve rotation is a little difficult. You just have to learn how that rotation goes, and the only other issue is you got to fulfill a double bounce rule. Each team's first hit has to be made off the bounce. After that, it's really similar to tennis.
Pickleball will continue all through the week. This is Jared Green reporting for BNN.
That's it for today, Bulldogs. I'm Gracie Davis.
And I'm Ben Dickerson.
Have a great weekend.
BNN is a proud partner of CNHS Media at Columbus North in Columbus, Indiana. All music is provided by American Music Company.